Living under the sea means sharing space with animals that already call the ocean home. Imagine studying for school while a giant whale passes by your classroom window, or hearing its deep songs vibrating through the walls. Octopuses might sneak around the outer edges of the domes, poking at valves or pipes with their curious tentacles. Sharks might patrol nearby, but since humans are inside protected bubbles, they would simply watch and move on. Jellyfish drifting in the dark would create an eerie but beautiful glow at night. Marine biologists would become some of the most important people in society, teaching everyone how to safely live alongside these creatures. Food would also change. Large seaweed farms would spread outside the domes, and underwater vegetable chambers with artificial light would help grow crops. Fish farms in protected cages would provide protein, though strict rules would prevent overfishing to protect the ecosystem. Cooking would be different because fire does not work underwater. People would use pressurized ovens, electric heat, or steam-powered cookers. Daily life would feel different too. Hair would float around unless tied tightly. Voices would sound muffled in water environments, and most electronics would be specially designed to resist moisture. Even inside the domes, everything would be carefully sealed to prevent condensation from damaging equipment. But life underwater comes with serious dangers. Water pressure increases the deeper you go, making engineering extremely difficult. A small structural mistake could cause entire sections of a city to collapse. Underwater earthquakes could shake buildings violently, and tsunamis could send massive waves of force even deeper. Large predators might mistake the domes for unfamiliar creatures and ram into them. Emergency systems would be everywhere. Oxygen masks, pressurized rooms, rapid seal functions for leaks, and escape submarines ready to launch instantly if needed. Despite the dangers, underwater life would also bring amazing benefits. The ocean absorbs sound, so cities would be unbelievably quiet. No cars, no honking, no pollution. Energy could come from tides, currents, or geothermal vents, making underwater cities almost fully sustainable. Natural blue light would help reduce stress, and studies show that being near water improves mental health. People might become calmer, more thoughtful, and more connected to nature. Sports would evolve too. Underwater racing, dome diving competitions, current surfing, and even jet suit obstacle courses. Culture, fashion, and music would change to match this new environment. Living underwater wouldn't just change the world, it would change humanity itself. We would become explorers every day, surrounded by creatures and landscapes that most people have only seen on documentaries. Maybe one day, humans won't look at the ocean as a barrier, but as a new frontier waiting to be explored. So the question is, if this future became real, would you choose to live under the sea? Imagine waking up underwater inside a glowing dome at the bottom of the ocean. Outside your window, blue light moves gently through the water and jellyfish drift like slow, floating lanterns. Every morning begins with the soft hum of water pressure pressing against the walls of your home. This is life under the sea. Quiet, surreal, and completely different from the world above. But what exactly would happen if humans lived underwater? First, we face the biggest challenge: breathing. Humans cannot pull oxygen from water, so underwater cities would need gigantic air-filled domes made of ultra-strong glass, thick enough to survive the crushing pressure of the deep ocean. Entire neighborhoods, schools, and markets would exist inside these bubbles. Engineers would constantly check for cracks, because even the smallest leak could turn into a disaster. Some scientists imagine a future where humans might use artificial gills or tiny oxygen filters implanted in our bodies, allowing us to breathe underwater like fish. If that ever happened, humans would change forever. Our lungs, voices, and even appearance could evolve to adapt to underwater life. Building cities underwater would be unlike anything on land. Skyscrapers wouldn't rise into the sky. They would sink downward, anchored into the seabed. Streets would glow using bioluminescent algae, creating natural blue and green lighting without electricity. Transparent tunnels would connect different districts, and as you walk from one tunnel to another, you would see fish schools swirling around you, turning every walk into a moving aquarium. At night, the city would look magical as glowing sea creatures drift by, lighting up the darkness like living stars. Transportation becomes completely new as well. Cars wouldn't work underwater, so people would travel using mini-submarines, underwater scooters, or jet-powered suits that let you glide like a superhero through the water. Public transportation might be bubble trains, long tubes filled with air that carry people from dome to dome. Traffic jams would be replaced by strong ocean currents or groups of dolphins blocking the way. Instead of road signs, you might see glowing arrows floating underwater, guiding submarines through safe routes.